Hello everyone. I hope that you are enjoying your holidays. But now it's time to study, so be ready for that because we are starting our first lesson of science, that is a crop production and management. Okay? So before that, first open your notebook and write the aim and the keywords of this lesson. So in this lesson we are going to learn about the basic practices of crop production. So the aim of this lesson is to learn about the basic practices of crop production. Okay. So just write the aim of this lesson. Okay. Next, write the keywords of this lesson. I know that the many keywords are there, but still you have to write. Just write one by one. 1. Agricultural practices. 2. Animal husbandry. 3. Crop. 4. Fertilizer. 5. Granaries. 6. Harvesting. 7. Threshing. 8. Kharif. 9. Manure. 10. Plough. 11. Rabi. 12. Seeds. 13. Silo. 14. Sowing. 15. Storage. 16. Irrigation. 17. Weeds. 18. Weedicide. And 19. Winnowing. So just tired after writing these keywords? No, you can't tired because we have to start our lesson. So before we will start our lesson, first we will just take introduction of this lesson, that which things we are going to learn in this lesson. So before started our main point, first just take a look of this introduction. So just tell me the answers, that can you live without food? No, we cannot live without food because all living organisms require a food. Correct? We cannot. If you are just hungry and if I just said that don't eat for 2 to 3 days, can you live or can you do that? No. Because from the food we are getting energy. So simply is that we need food for many processes that happening in our body, like digestion, respiration, excretion. Now you are in 8th standard, so I hope that you know about the digestion, respiration and excretion. So these three processes and other many processes are there that require food. But now we need food. But who is giving us food? Are we are making the food? Can we make a food? Yes, we can make food atom. Can we make ingredients like grains, cereals? We can take or we can do the farming, but actually that food is prepared by whom? Yes, the food is prepared by the green plant. Can you tell me or can you explain how the plants are making their own food? Anybody? Yes, by photosynthesis, plants are making their own food, because animals like us, that we cannot make our own food. So directly and indirectly we are depend upon the food. Okay. So just imagine that if you are living in a joint family of 8 to 9 members, just think, I am not sure that how much food you require, just I am just giving example. So if 8 to 9 family members are there in your family, and for 1 week you required 10 to 12 kg rice. This is just imaginary number. Okay, 10 to 12 kilogram of rice if you required for 1 week. Okay, so just imagine that for 1 year, how much rice you required? Again, just think that now we are living in India, correct? The most populated country. Okay, we have the second number in a population. More than 130 crores people are living in this country. So when 8 to 9 family members are required more amount of food in a 1 year, just imagine that 130 crore people required how much food. We can't imagine that. So we all need food. Now if we want to provide food to our country, okay, just imagine that if you are a farmer and you have to provide food, okay, so which things are important? Okay, this is not a large, this is not a small scale. Okay, now you have to provide, you have to produce a food on a large scale. So when we are going to provide the food on a large scale, three things are important. That is regular production. If you are just taking the production for 2 to 3 months, again you just bored and you stop that, so that is not good. Means from that you cannot provide the food for a large population. So regular production is important. Next one is proper management is important. And the third one is distribution of food. So these three things are important if you want to provide food for a large scale. So in this lesson, first we are going to learn about the production, then about the management of this crop production. So first, so that is all about the introduction. Next one, the main point of our lesson is agricultural practices. So before we will start the point, first I will explain what is the agriculture and what are the crops, correct? Actually we are eating the food means what? We are eating the grains and cereals we getting from the crops. So all these things, that crop production, whatever the food making process, all these is related to the agricultural practices. So the science that deals with the cultivation of plant. Cultivation of plant means what? We are growing that plants. So that is, we are taking the crop production, that is the cultivation of plants. And not only plants, this agriculture is also related to the rearing of animals. Okay, so agricultural means both we are considering the plants and the animals. So again I will read, just check that. The science that deals with the cultivation of plants and rearing of animals for human use, it's called agriculture. Okay, I hope you have understand the meaning of agriculture. Next one are the crops. What are the crops that we are going to learn in the crop production? So before we will start the crop production, you have to learn what are the crops. So crops means same kind of plants. Okay, same kind of plants means what? If you are taking the production of wheat on a large scale, so wheat is known as a crop. So crops means when plants of the same kind, half is wheat, half is rice, not like that. When plants of the same kind are grown on large scale, they are known as a crops. So I hope that you just understand both the definition, that is agriculture and crops. So when we are thinking about the crops, actually there are many types of crops are there, because now we are living in India, correct? So in India there is a different climate, different climates are there. Okay, the temperature is different in different state. Again the humidity is different, rainfall amount is different. So according to that, the crops are divided on the basis of season. Means we can divide the crops in a different manner, but when we are considering the agricultural practices, the crops are divided into two types based on the seasons, means in which season they are growing. So according to that, there are two types of crops, that is kharif crops and rabi crops. So one by one we will learn that. So this is important for difference, means the question, maybe the question is there like write a difference between the kharif crops and rabi crops. So kharif crops means what? These crops grow in the monsoon season. Monsoon season means the rainy season, because whatever the crops are growing in the rainy season means what? These crops require more amount of water. So in the month of June we are started the crop production, and in the month of September we are started to harvesting of that crops. Means the crops growing in the rainy seasons, that crops are known as kharif crops. Many examples are there like paddy, maize, soyabean, groundnut and cotton. So these are the examples of kharif crops. And the paddy is the main kharif crop. Can anybody tell me that what is mean by paddy? Is it a new word or already you know that the word? The paddy is actually a rice. So rice is the main kharif crop. Next one is a rabi crops. So opposite to that kharif crops, the different season is a winter season. Okay, means the crops we are taking in a winter season in the month of October. Means we just started the crop production in October and harvested that thing. Harvested means actually we are cutting that crops in the month of March. So these two are the kharif, the difference between the kharif crop and rabi crop. Kharif crop means we are taking in monsoon season, and rabi crops we are taking in winter season. Many examples are there of rabi crops like wheat, gram, pea, mustard and linseed. So linseed in our word, that is a javas, and from that wheat is the main rabi crop. Means what? Paddy and wheat production is in more amount, that's why they are main crops. So I hope that you just understand the definition and the difference between the kharif crops and rabi crops. See the images, that is paddy, the production, that rice crop. Next one is maize and third one is cotton. So these three are the kharif crops, and the wheat, pea and the mustard are the rabi crops. So after finishing one point, we are going to learn the basic practices. Now we just learn about the crop production. If you want to provide a large scale production, okay, so for that management is important, regular production is important. So for that production, the farmers doing many steps. So that steps we will learn one by one. So about 70% of the Indian population practices agriculture. Means what? Out of 100 people, 70 people are doing farming, and that's why the crop production or the management of the crop production is more important. Okay, so when we are learning about the agricultural practices, okay, just learn the main points. Okay, don't write all the things, don't do ratta and all. I know that you are just by heart the things. Now don't do like that. Okay, just remember the things one by one and remember the important points. Okay, so in this today's session we just learn the two steps. First is soil preparation and the second one is sowing. Another steps are there like a manure and fertilizers, means addition of manure and fertilizer, irrigation, protection from weeds, harvesting and storage. So that is actually the journey of crop from farm to the market. So when the crop started their journey, they just crosses the 7 tolls, okay, like a soil preparation, sowing, manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protection from weeds, harvesting and storage. So we will learn one by one. See the first one. So before that I want to show the picture of the preparation of soil. So from that image, can you guess something actually what they are doing and what is the difference between the two picture? Anybody can tell me? One main difference is there. Don't tell me the in detail, just tell me the difference. See, this in this picture that man is using a tractor and one instrument. Okay, so that is a modern method in which we are saving the time, we are saving the human effort. And this second image is of traditional method. Traditional method means what? The human is doing efforts, then the animals are there, okay, that time consuming method is there. So these pictures are actually showing how the soil is prepared for crop production. So now we will see in detail. Now preparation of soil is the first step of a crop production. In this step actually we are preparing the soil for war. No, we are preparing the soil for production. And preparing means what actually we are doing? Just going there, just giving the speech to that soil, so soil is prepared for production, correct? No. So preparation of soil means what? Actually we are loosening the soil. Loosening the soil means what? We are just allow the air, allow the roots to go deep into the soil. Now I will tell you one activity, so from that you can understand. Okay, you have to take 2 pots filled with soil. Take one pot and just pressurize that soil, okay, and one pot just as it is, mean just normal soil is there, okay, don't apply the pressure on that pot, okay. So 2 different pots are there, then put different plants in this both pot and just observe that plants for 2 to 3 days. So can you guess which result we will get after this activity? One soil is totally pressurized soil and one soil is loose soil, so air can pass in that soil. So 2 pots are there. Anybody can give me the answer? Yes, if we are just applying the pressure on the soil, whatever the plant is there, roots are not going inside, also the air cannot move inside the soil and the growth of that plant is stopped. So that's why before we started the crop production, the main point is that we should allow the soil, we should lose the soil, allow the roots to penetrate. Penetrate means just go deep inside that soil and breathe easily even when they go deep into the soil. Roots are growing underground the soil, okay, so that's why they need air for breathing. And if you are just pressurize the soil, how can the roots are breathe? So for that we should lose the soil, okay, and the process of loosening the soil is actually known as a plowing, okay. Plowing is the process that we are loosening the soil, okay. That plowing we will done by the plow, okay. That is the one instrument that is made up of wood or iron, okay. So plowing is done by the plow, which means we just lose the soil. So don't write all. If the question is there, what is the preparation of soil, just write in your own words that in preparation of soil means what? We are just plowing that soil. Plowing means we are just loosening that soil, and for what? For allowing the roots to penetrate and breathe easily into the soil. One another word is there, that is turning, that is a tilling. Tilling word is there. So tilling means what? If the soil don't have a particular level, the same level, we cannot take a crop production properly. So tilling means what? Like a plowing, same as a tilling. In this tilling process, we are just give level to that soil. So when we are doing the plowing and all, the tilling and all, if the soil is dry, so we apply the water before plowing, so we can easily do plowing. When we are plowing that soil, there are many big pieces of soil that actually known as a crumbs, that also we should break with the help of plank. After preparation of soil, the soil is ready for sowing. So this is the first step, that is the crop production, that is preparation of soil. See how the loosening, they are just loosening the soil, and after that with the help of plank they just break down these small pieces of rocks. See which things we are using for plowing, tilling and breaking the clumps. See, this is a plow. See this, the metal body is there and that are the wood body. When this metal body is just moving, the soil is just also coming out. Okay, so like that we are loosening the soil. One another instrument we can use, that is a hoe. That also we can use for preparation of soil or the ploughing or plowing. And this is a one another instrument is there. Okay, so from that instrument also we can just see that how they are loosening. See this part and this part. When we are just started to lose the soil, actually what we are doing, we are doing that we just brings the nutrient rich soil to the top. See this image, and means this part and this part. Okay, little bit difference is there. When we are doing just plowing, whatever the soil is there which has a nutrient, that coming upside, so that is very helpful for crop production. Understood? And only a few centimeters of this layer supports the growth of the plant. So I hope just understand the first point, that is the preparation of soil, in which we are just loosening the soil for proper growth of the plant. And the implements that we are using, that is a plow, hoe and the cultivator using the tractor. So after the soil is ready, the second one is a sowing of seeds. Now just imagine that, can you grow a plant without seed? No, we cannot grow the plant without seed. So sowing of seeds is the most important part, most important step in the crop production. See, these two images are there. One, that is a traditional method of sowing, and in the third one, this is a modern method of sowing that I will explain. First we will learn about the sowing of seeds. Now if you want a good quality crops, you have to select the good quality seeds. If you are not doing that, means if you want to save money, and if you don't want to waste your money, and you are taking the bad quality seeds, that also affect the quality of your crops. So if you want to do good quality crops, you should bring good quality seeds for sowing. So farmers are prefers to use seeds which give a high yield. High yield means the crops in more amount. And the choosing of the sowing, the choosing of the seeds or the selection of the seeds is also important in this step. Now the good quality seeds are selected. Now this time to sowing that seeds. So for that two methods are there, that is traditional method and a modern method. So in this traditional method, this method is also known as a funnel method. We have seen in our lab that there is a funnel like that. See, that person is using a funnel. So this method is also known as a funnel method. So inside that funnel, that person is just putting the good quality seed, and then with the help of pipe, that seeds are just dipped or just putting inside the soil. So this is known as a traditional method of sowing, that is a funnel method, in which we are using a funnel, then pipe is there, that seeds are going through the pipes into the soil. But when we are using the traditional method, the manually means the persons are doing that. Maybe sometimes at one point many seeds are dropped down, at one point few seeds are dropped down. So means there is no distribution of seeds uniformly. So that we can overcome with the help of seed drill, that is a modern method of sowing seeds. See, many pipes are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 pipes are there. Okay, so what is the use of a seed drill? That seed drill we are using for sowing a seeds with the help of tractor. So actually the blue part, this part is a seed drill that attached to the tractor. Now how that is work? So in this seed drill, what we are going to do? So here we are putting the seeds. When the tractor is just started to move, that seeds are just fallen down from this pipe at an equal distance and distributed uniformly. Okay, so instead of funnel method, this is the best method of sowing seeds. But after the sowing seeds, one thing that you should take care of, that is when we are sowing the seeds, that may be eaten by the birds. So for that we have to just cover the seeds after sowing to prevent the damage caused by the birds, because birds can eat that seeds and that affects your crop production. When we are using the traditional method, see the persons are doing, the oxen are there, so that taking very time, means more time for this sowing of seeds. But when we are using the seed drill, that saves the time also and our human efforts also. So these two important methods of our agricultural practices we have learned in today's session. So you have to just do a short note, you have to just write the short note on preparation of soil and sowing of seeds in your own words in your notebook. After school reopens, I will check that notes. So today's homework is that you have to write a short note on preparation of soil and sowing of seeds. You can write in your own words, don't copy as it is. So I hope that you have learned these two steps of the agricultural practices. So do your homework. Take care. Thank you.